Hey all, TC Kirkham here, TKR Video Central and the Kirkham Report. Welcome to this out of the box special that I've been doing tons of because I haven't been doing my show. Um, Another shipment of 45s has arrived. I got more coming. Mary told me scarily she had 10 to 12 more shipments for me last time, and these are the first two. I don't know when it'll all stop. I don't care. I'll find homes for everything if I don't keep them. Um, but there's a lot of interesting and great stuff in here, including something on my Discogs list, my want list. And I can't believe Dawn actually found it. I knew she found it earlier this summer at her local record store and picked it up, and they sent it in this batch. So this is very cool. Got two piles to go through, and I'll comment on them as I can because most of them I don't know again. But, well, not in this file. That one's got more modern stuff. We will see, and I may have to have my lamp. Let me grab that where I can grab it. In the Midnight Hour, the In Crowd on Paula Records and Ron Records and Jewel Records. This particular one is on Ron. One thing I have on Paula Records is a Bonnie Lou single, I think. Hickory Records, The Bully of the Beach from Sammy Salvo. The Way You Look Tonight. It looks like this is stamped with a distributor, so it's probably a promo. Johnny Maestro. I thought that said cold. It says co-ed. I just can't see it. Atlantic promo, The Drifters on Broadway. No, maybe not promo. I've just never seen a white Atlantic label. Marilyn Martin, Night Moves from the 1980s. It comes with the picture sleeve. Shake Your Love, Debbie Gibson. I never had any of Debbie's stuff on 45. I didn't like Debbie until Foolish Beat came out, and then I became a fan. Foolish Beat was my #1 song of the year in 1987, I think. Great song. And then I got her albums on CD, and I think I have Electric Youth on vinyl. I have to look. Hard Day's Night. This is a promotional single. It is not the Beatles. It is the group that did the music for the movie, I believe. Excerpt from No Swim, Swim, Come On, Let's Swim by Ray Anthony. So it's like instrumental stuff. Watusi Joe from Warren Covington and his orchestra. Decca promo. Sorry, that's sideways. Whoops. There we go. Great Decca sleeve there. Jam on Revenge, the Wiki Wiki song by Nucleus. This is on Sunnyview Records. I don't know this label or the band or the song. This is why I'm going to have so much fun getting all this stuff played starting next year. Chance Records, The Next Movement, More Love. This appears to be one version vocal with the other instrumental. I don't think that's the Smokey Robinson song because he isn't listed as a writer. Collectibles, 96 Tears and Midnight Hour from Question Mark and the Mysterians. Capital Starline, Walk Like a Man and We're an American Band from the album of that same name. Double-sided hit there. Eye in the Sky, the Alan Parsons Project. What You See Is What You Get from Tina Turner with a picture sleeve. The Time of Our Lives, Buckhannon Upshur High School in Buckhannon, West Virginia. It's on red vinyl. It's a 33 1/3 7-inch. Spoken word from 1950s, they think. There's the vinyl. There's the record. The Time Is Now, Neil Diamond and Solitary Man. Those were both hits for him. The Twist Fat Boys with Stupid Deaf Vocals by Chubby Checker. Lipstick Traces on a Cigarette by Benny Spellman. I Need Love by The Third Booth. Grandma Bird by The Four Holidays. Talk about that one in a minute. It's Not the Same, Anthony and the Imperials. Music to Play ESP by, oh good lord, with background sound of the open sea. It looks like the same song on both sides. I have no idea what that means. What play music to play ESP? Maybe the game Kreskin's ESP? I don't know. Show and Tell, Al Wilson, one of the greatest records of the 70s. Columbia Hall of Fame series, Gene Autry, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, and Frosty the Snowman. This is from the original cast, I believe, of the producers. Springtime for Hitler and Prisoners of Love. This is from the 1968 or 67 Zero Mostel Gene Wilder version. Waste of Love by Sharon Stone. I don't think it's that Sharon Stone. I'll have to check that out. Yet another copy of Undercover Angel by Alan O'Day. I've got about 18 of these from them over the years. Three Kisses Past Midnight, the original Casuals. Never Surrender, Corey Hart, with the original picture sleeve. And I'm sorry, I didn't even know this was on a single. You Got Another Thing Coming by Judas Priest, and it's a Columbia promo. And the one that's on top here, this almost completes my collection for this lady. This is a UK issue of this song. It comes from a television movie that she did of the same name in 1980. And I love this song. I love this woman. And this was on my Discogs want list. And when Dawn found it, and she said she found it, I'm like, oh my God, I was looking for that. It looks to be in VG Plus shape. The last song from Linda Carter. This, Dawn, thank you for this. Mary, thank you for this. That is going to get crossed off my Discogs list now. One more pile. And this one has a mix, but there's a lot of more modern stuff from the 80s here. Great stuff. Toto, I Won't Hold You Back, with the sleeve. Got to Be Love or Something Stupid, the Profiles. Never heard of Bamboo Records before. I'm Your Boogeyman, KC and the Sunshine Band. Keep It Comin' Love, KC and the Sunshine Band. Classic instrumental from Frank Mills, Music Box Dancer. I'm not sure what that is. I'll go into that in a minute. Several of these are these EPs with snippets of different stuff. This is from the album Dionne Warwick in Paris, and it features 6 full songs: The Good Life, La Vie en Rose, What I Say, I Love Paris, C'est Bon, and Message to Michael, which of course was her hit. The rest are all other things. Clearly a jukebox or a promo. I think it's a jukebox record. Cry Me a River, Julie London. Soulful Strut, Young Holt Unlimited, which we just played on Flashback Tracks last week. It was in a number one hit in 1969 on RPM Records Canada, RPM magazine. That was later adopted into a song called I'm Not the Same Girl. I forget who did it. I believe it was the group that whose lead singer was married to Ishla Desma at one point. I've Just Begun to Love You, Dynasty. Treasure Isle, this appears to be a club of some sort. There's 4 different tracks by 4 different artists. Uncle Sam's Man by the Elgins, 4 Lonely Nights by the Cashmeres, Mr. Starlight by Johnny Barfield, and Baby Baby All the Time by the Debtones. I've never heard of any of those. Mechanic from Hamtramck, George Young and the Youngsters, Pacesetter Records. Their version of Johnny Be Good on the flip side. Is That You, Honey? This is a comedy. Honey, I'm Home, and Is That You, Honey? The BB Connection, and it comes with a sleeve. It's from 1990. I'm completely unfamiliar with this. Spank Your Blank Blank by Morris Jefferson. Okay. Parachute. The only other label, Stone Bolts, I Will Still Love You, was on Parachute Records. I don't think I have anything else on that label. Rolling Stones, classic disco from them, Miss You. I know, the Stones actually did disco. Dinah, Yes Indeed. This is a multiple song record from Dinah Shore. It's a promotional record. It All Depends on You, Falling in Love with Love. And Yes Indeed came from the album Dinah, Yes Indeed, and release date it's right on here, September 14th of whatever year this was. I would imagine sometime in the 50s or early 60s. Funk by Cameo. This is my first record ever on Chocolate City Records, which was a Casablanca subsidiary. Think About Your Children from Mary Hopkin. Beautiful picture sleeve of her there. Physical. Olivia Newton-John. I've never heard of this. And I'm sure a lot of people feel that way. Chance for Heaven from Christopher Cross. This is from the 1984 Olympics. Thank God It's Friday, 11 Kisses, which I've never had on a single to my knowledge, unless it's come on one of the earlier shipments. And believe me, I've got so much from Dawn and Mary in the last year and a half, I don't remember them all. Daydream Believer, Anne Murray. Yo-Yo, the Osmonds. We just did this on Obscuria not too long ago. The Stripper, David Rose and his orchestra. Shadow Dancing, number one song of 1978, Andy Gibb. On the Billboard chart, not on my chart. It was in the top 10, though. Coming Round the Mountain. Oh, wait a minute, actually, I'm going to save these two. The rest of these, well, let me do this one first. Diamond World by Toby Swan. I am not familiar with this artist. 1980, Choice Music. And it is an American 45, not overseas. I do not know this artist, Toby Swan. Canadian artist. Okay, manufactured in Canada. The rest of these are sets of records by 2 different acts. There's several here from... Oh, that one's not. This one is... It is a comedy, though. Lil Ol' Me and Locomoto from Cornbread and Jerry. I don't know them. And then these last 3 of this one. No? Another one. Sorry. thought I had. Okay, well, I must have misthought that. This one is My Tane and Volcano, the exotic sounds of Martin Denny, which I didn't know came out on a 45. Okay, and finally, now we got it. I got all the extras out of there. I'd mixed them up. A couple of classics from the Chipmunks. They'll be coming around the mountain and sing a goofy song. And I don't know if this is the original issue sleeve. I would assume it would be, because they don't look like how they would normally would have appeared. But it also might be a reissue because it's got 2 hits on it. The Chipmunks, the Chipmunk Song, and Alvin's Harmonica, complete with picture sleeve. And Mary also included a sleeve for Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, which I believe was in the last shipment. I have to look at that. I'm pretty sure I have that from one of these shipments. And then 3 in a row. Nope, sorry, this is not. I did it again. This one, it's because they're all on Lorry Records. The Smallest Astronaut, A Race to the Moon with the Red Baron. It is tied into the other 2, though, because the other 2 are both Royal Guardsmen songs. Snoopy for President, backed with Down Behind the Lines. They did a lot of Snoopy stuff. And Snoopy's Christmas, which does include the Red Baron also. So what a great lot of 45s, and particularly those special ones with the promos with the multiple songs and the Linda Carter. Mary, thank you for that. That is something I've been looking for years, and I really cannot thank you enough for that. When will I be back with one of these? I don't know. When I get another shipment. Weather's supposed to turn ugly as we get into December up in our neck of the woods, so I don't know what it's going to be. We'll see. But, you know, things are going around. I'm updating as I can here and also on the community page, so check my posts. And got some. I'm just kind of chilling out as the year comes to an end, trying to get things balanced out. And I'm approaching a year of my disaster with my drive, and I'm still not done with it. Just because I don't have the time. So you wonder why I haven't had time to listen to all these. But eventually, it's going to be all together, all the shows back, all the other stuff back, new stuff coming, and a lot more. Stick with me. In the meantime, patronize the swag shop. You can get this great Feel the Groove shirt and a bunch of other stuff over there. The swag shop link is in the show description. Join us on Patreon, or send me a sweet tea on Ko-Fi, or come over and listen on Mixcloud. I'm going to have a bunch of my long form stuff over there in the next week. Subscribe if you haven't. We hit 1,600 subscriptions this week. Thank you. More stuff coming, and I'll be back when I can. Until next time, I'm TC Kirkham, TKR Video Central, and the Kirkham Report. Ciao, baby.